I still remember the night my father erased me from his life. You are no longer my son. He didn't shout. He didn't hesitate. He just said it like he was signing off on a failed deal. And just like that, I went from heir to disgrace in a single evening. I was born into a powerful business family. My father built one of the most respected construction companies in the city. Growing up, I wasn't just his son, I was his successor. Every achievement of mine had one goal: make him proud. And for years, I thought I was. Until my best friend entered the picture. Kabir. We studied together, dreamed together. I trusted him with everything. When I joined my father's company, I convinced Dad to hire him too. He's brilliant, I said. Turns out he was brilliant enough to replace me. Slowly, Dad started favoring him, praising him in meetings, trusting his strategies over mine. I told myself I was imagining it until the biggest project of our company collapsed. We were accused of financial fraud, fake approvals, manipulated reports, all under my name, my login, my signature, my department. I was stunned. I didn't do this, I said in the boardroom. Kabir looked disappointed. I tried to cover for him, sir, but the evidence is clear. That was the moment I realized it wasn't a mistake. It was betrayal. I looked at my father. He didn't see his son. He saw a liability. Leave, he said. Until this investigation is over, you are not part of this company. Dad, I swear, don't make this harder. Harder. My entire life was collapsing. I packed one suitcase that night. My mother cried quietly. My father never came to the door. The media destroyed me before the investigation even ended. Friends disappeared. Relatives avoided me. No one wanted to hire the scammer's son. For months, I lived in a tiny rented room, doing delivery jobs under a fake name. There were nights I stared at the ceiling and wondered if ending everything would be easier. But something inside me refused to die. Maybe ego, maybe anger, maybe survival. I decided if I was going to fall, I would fall forward. I studied every night, learned finance, technology, market systems. I worked 14-hour days and built skills nobody could take from me. Years passed. Slowly, I built my own consulting firm. Small projects turned into big contracts. Big contracts turned into national recognition. I was his son anymore. I was my own name. And then one day, my assistant walked in. Sir, the CEO of Kapoor Constructions is here to see you. My father. I felt nothing. No anger. No fear. Just calm. He looked older, smaller. Behind him stood Kabir, no longer confident. We need your help, my father said. Their company was drowning in debt. Bad decisions. Risky expansions. They had lost control. And now they needed the son they threw away. Life has a strange sense of balance. During the restructuring process, the truth finally surfaced. Kabir had manipulated the reports years ago. He had framed me out of jealousy. When confronted, he admitted it. I was afraid you'd always be the heir, he said. So you destroyed me, I asked. I thought you'd survive. I did more than survive. I transformed. When the final deal was signed and their company was saved, my father called me into his office, the same office where he had disowned me. I was wrong, he said. 4 words. The apology I once begged for. I should have trusted you. I looked at him carefully. I needed you to fight for me, I said quietly. Just once. He had no defense. I'm proud of you, he whispered. And for the first time in my life, I didn't need to hear it. He asked me to come back home, to take my place again. But I smiled. I built my own place, I said. I didn't return for revenge. I returned as proof. Proof that rejection can redirect you. Proof that betrayal can build you. Proof that losing everything can force you to discover who you really are. They took my position. They took my name. They took my home. But they accidentally gave me something far more powerful. Myself. Hear what I learned. When people misjudge you, it says more about their vision than your value. When they replace you, it doesn't mean you're worthless. It means they couldn't see your worth. Sometimes, the worst thing that happens to you becomes the best thing that shapes you. So tell me, if the people you trusted most turned their backs on you, if you were humiliated, replaced, erased, would you break? Or would you rise so high that one day, they have to look up just to see you? What would you do in that situation?